What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail Q&A edition, where today we have lots of awesome questions to go through. So I want to go ahead and take the time to say thank you all so much for sitting on by. I do want to put it out there in the beginning, if you guys have any non-Dragon Ball related questions to ask me about anything you guys are curious to know about, make sure you guys go ahead and drop your questions down the comment section below. As of course, making sure to hit that like button alongside subscribing and turning on all notifications, the regular norm that we do here on the channel, as well as checking out my second and third channels for more additional content that you will not get to find on here, Unreal Network, and of course Unreal Vlogs. So without wasting any more time, let us go on ahead and begin with the very first question of the day, which comes from Trinity Gamer 333. Hey man, love your videos and channels, but I would like to know what got you into becoming a YouTuber, and if there was any job in the world that you would pick to do and get paid whatever you want for it, what would be the ultimate dream job? Well, thank you so much for your questions. Now, to answer your first question, what got me into YouTube, I basically answered this question before, and if you have just so happened to have missed out on the previous fan mails, make sure you go on ahead and check it out, because I go into lots of detail as to why I ended up doing what I did with my channel. But to answer the second part of your question, if there was any job in the world that I would love to do, it's obviously being the WWE. That is my dream job. That is why I am currently a wrestler trying to make it onto the big leagues and being in one of the top companies, you know, the top being WWE. However, if it were not for the WWE, what would I be doing instead? To be honest, I mean, I would love to do various different things. I mean, of course, YouTube and WWE are my dream jobs. However, I would also have to go with, if I had to pick, like, you know, an outside job, I would have to say probably being a cop. That would be really cool, just because I want to see what it's like to not only help other people, but allow myself to have the privilege on beating the shit out of some scumbag who wants to either do something to defy the law or do something to hurt somebody. And I would love it more than anything to catch a criminal in the act and do what it is I need to do to teach him a lesson and book him. So that'd be pretty cool to be a cop, especially, you know, in New York, I would say, because there's lots of action going on here. But then again, cops have a pretty terrible reputation now in doing what they do, you know, especially on mainstream, killing black people, killing kids. It's insane, dude. Cops really do have a bad reputation, and you know, you can't blame all cops for everything they do, because there are a majority of cops that are genuinely good people, so you have to hold them, you know, accountable for that. But as many good cops as we have just as many bad ones, so I would have to say that. If not that, I would probably try and see if I can become like a phys ed teacher, you know, working in a school for physical education. That would be really cool. I would motivate the hell out of any kid that I could. That would be it. But, you know, just realistically speaking, it's being in the WWE. That is what I'm training for. And of course, you know, doing YouTube, because I truly do have a passion creating content and interacting with you guys, and I really, really do enjoy what I do, genuinely, and I wouldn't give that up for the world. So anyways, Mr. Trinity Gamer, thank you so much for your questions, and I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Matt Weeks. When will the Resident Evil 3 playthrough restart? Now, I know a long time ago I actually started Resident Evil 3 on the channel, and the crazy part about RE3 was I started that such a long time ago, but I never finished it because, as you guys may know the story, I have a hard drive that is completely busted, and I really need to get it fixed, because on that hard drive, I literally have so many Let's Plays, so many videos that I did back in 2013, 2014, but by me overusing this hard drive, it ended up crashing. So what happened was I lost everything, and that sucks, because on that hard drive, I had some pretty gnarly stuff, including Resident Evil 3. So I think what I might end up doing is somehow I can go and try to get my hard drive fixed, but in retrospect, if I do end up getting it fixed, I won't just upload the stuff that I did 4 years ago, but instead, I'll just restart the entire Let's Play from the beginning. So, you know, in moderation to that, because if I were to upload my older stuff, it really wouldn't make sense. So, I do have a few projects that I have started, and I really do hope that thus far you guys have been enjoying it. So, Resident Evil 3 I am considering, however, I'm fighting myself at the same time and trying to play Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 has always been the game for me that really stuck to me the most because of, it was the first ever Resident Evil game that I ever played, and I think when I open up my P.O. box, I'm going to make it more available for people to send me stuff RE related because I've always enjoyed, you know, the concept of Resident Evil. I was always a big fan of it. So for Resident Evil 3, I'm definitely considering that, but I think I might end up doing Resident Evil 2 before that, but that's up in the air right now because I really have to pick and choose carefully as to what you guys want because, you know, for those of you out there who know, the algorithm on YouTube pretty much determines a lot of things, and if you begin to fall behind, then people aren't gonna be notified of your content and whatnot, which is why I always tell you guys to smash that bell and, you know, make sure you guys check the channel daily because most of you guys that, you know, come on here and you want your daily dose, you don't get notified. So, you know, to be up to speed with that, I always tell you guys to basically hit the bell icon to be notified whenever something new is posted, and it's because of that, as an end result, you will get all of my videos whenever I decide to post them. Now, I do want to thank you all so much for your support, but the Resident Evil 3 stuff I'm going to wait on because I want to see if I want to do RE2 first, but also considering what the fan base wants because not everyone's going to be a fan of Resident Evil or Spyro or Minecraft or Fortnite or Overwatch or God of War or Grand Theft Auto. Some people gravitate towards Dragon Ball, other people gravitate towards other things. So for that, I'm going to have to hold up on, but I think that I am going to consider it. I just don't know when I'm going to start it. So anyways, Mr. Matt, thank you so much for your question, bro, and I hope you have a fantastic day, bro. And now moving on to the next question, which is from External Evaluation. Question 1, will you be doing more skits? Question 2, what are your opinions on Black Ops 4 that's going to be released? Question 3, how old are you? Thank you so much, External. Now, to answer your first question, yes, for the skits stuff, I am doing skits on my vlogging channel, so if you guys want to see more of my old school style skits that I've been doing on here, I am posting skits on there in case you guys want to go ahead and check it out. So I hope you guys do so because I've been doing short skits, long skits, and it's all in good humor, and I hope you guys continuously, you know, spread those videos out just to create more notoriety for what it is that I'm doing, because the more followers we get, the more I'm going to be inspired to do more skits onto that channel. So in terms of doing skits on here, I don't think I'm going to be doing that because I basically made my vlogging channel for a reason, and that's basically going to be not only me vlogging but also me doing scary stories and doing skits and doing informational videos, and you guys already know the whole yards on Unreal Vlogs, which is why I always tell you guys to check that channel out because I do have some really intriguing stuff on there that you will not get to find on here. So in terms of skits, you guys can find that on my vlogging channel, but I don't think I will ever post skits on here because for this, it's only going to be primarily Dragon Ball and gaming, which of course includes Q&As and live streams and all that good jazz. So I think for that, we're going to keep that the way it is, and for the skits, we're going to go ahead and drop that on the vlogging channel. But if you guys have any skits in mind, let me know as well. Now, to answer your fourth question, what are my opinions on Black Ops 4? Now, Black Ops 4, I was very shocked by because I did not think that they were going to go ahead and go through with this, because I said to myself, gee, couldn't they have done a Modern Warfare 4, not Call of Duty 4, but continuing off of Modern Warfare 3? And I always thought to myself that they were going to stop after like the third mark, but ever since they confirmed Black Ops 4, it really just startled me because I did not know what to expect. And when we saw the informational teasers and everything posted on Black Ops 4, am I excited? To an extent, yes I am. I'm excited for zombies, and I'm excited for all the new modes they're going to have. Now, I also think that the way they're going to be structuring Black Ops 4 is a bit wonky because they're obviously trying to appeal to all of the audience members playing Fortnite, and because, you know, Fortnite right now is just on the top of its food chain. It's on the top of the pyramid when it comes to the product and the name value behind what it's producing. So I think that for Black Ops 4, hopefully they're going to play catch up and the game is going to be good. But to be honest, I haven't really had fun on a Call of Duty game since like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, a little bit of Black Ops 3, but that was it basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't legitimately sat back to play a COD game in so long that it kind of bugs me. And you know, COD has always been the same thing every single year, that they never really switch it up to an extent. Now, the fandom is just completely out there because, you know, for instance, they want to go back to World War I, World War II, and then when we do go back into that time frame, people bitch. If you go into the present, people bitch. If you go into the future, people bitch. If you go into the way far future, people bitch. So it's like, we don't know really, I mean, we don't really have a direction when it comes to what we want as fans for the COD community. So hopefully Black Ops 4 delivers, and you're going to have a lot of these rat YouTubers come out of the woodwork, you know, the giant COD spokespeople. They're gonna come out of the woodwork and saying, yeah man, Black Ops is gonna be the best game of the year, and then 2 weeks in they're gonna just bail and lie to everybody and saying, oh yeah, well, the game wasn't really all that from the start. It's like, okay, so you're basically lying to people, and those mega YouTubers know who they are. So it's kind of sad to see how much promotion is going to go into this game, and what I really hope for is that this game delivers, because if not, that's going to be a big letdown. It's going to be a big letdown as a COD fan because I want to see more from this game, but we're going to have to wait and see. Now, to answer your final question, I am in my mid-20s. You can take a guess as to what age I am in the comment section below. So anyways, Mr. External, thank you so much for the questions, bro, and I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from S. Marie. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? What kind of music do you listen to? Thank you so much, S. Marie. Now, in 10 years from now, honestly, I'll be in my mid-30s. I think I would want to see myself be a very successful individual. I would hopefully see myself in the WWE. I would hopefully see the day where I have multiple channels hit way beyond the 1 million subscribers. That includes my vlogging channel, my Unreal Network channel, and of course this channel. That would be absolutely insane if that were to happen. So hopefully we can pull through 1 million subscribers for each by that time. I also see myself with a family, and that's something that I really want because, you know, not everyone knows what it's like to, you know, have a family per se, and I'm one of them. I never knew what it was like to have a big family, and for me, I want to get married and I want to have kids. So when I have kids, I want to make sure I give my kids everything that I never had as an individual, which first and foremost is a father's love. I never had a dad, and it sucks to say that because a lot of people can connect with me on that, but I would love to be a father for my kids when I do have them because I want to be able to give them everything that I never had. So hopefully in 10 years, I'll be settled down, I'll have, you know, a few kids, I'll have a house, I'll be settled with all the hard work that I'm doing now. And of course, I believe in payoff. So hopefully in the long run, I'll be able to live comfortably without having to worry. So that's where I see myself, in a very comfortable state to where I don't have to worry about anything, especially those gimmicks called bills. And it's gonna be rough. I mean, looking at, you know, how it's going to be 10 years from now, it's mind-blowing because 10 years ago I was a teen. And what's remarkable about this is the fact that time flies. And I hate to say it, but you know, we're all getting old. We're all getting old, and it sucks because as quickly as you look at it, the next thing you know, you're going to be 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and you're gonna go on, and you're gonna look back on your life and you're gonna say, wow, I did that, you know, and it just feels like it happened yesterday. And 10 years from now, I want to be able to look back and saying, wow, I had an amazing, you know, 20s when it came to me living from 20 to 30. I want to look back and being able to say I did everything that I was able to do and accomplish most of my goals, if not all of them, by that time. Now, to answer your second part of the question, what kind of music do I listen to? Honestly, I listen to anything and everything. From rap to hip-hop to metal to R&B to techno to reggae to instrumentals to hip-hop to, you know, rock, metal, whatever the case may be. Like, I mean, outside foreign music, gaming music, inspirational, like workout music, whatever the case may be. I really don't have a preference. So as long as it's good, country, you know, pop, I don't care what it is, so as long as it's catchy and it's good and entertaining and it has value, I'm going to listen to it. And at a certain point in my life, it always used to be rap, rock, and metal, and a little bit of hip-hop and R&B, but I learned to diversify and going into literally everything and anything. So I don't really have a preference, but as long as it's good. So it could be from any genre. It could be from any genre. If you introduce me to it and I end up liking it, then I'm most likely going to gravitate towards that just because I do enjoy what I'm listening to. So anyways, Marie, thank you so much for your questions, and I hope you have an awesome day, my love. Now, moving on to the next question, which is from Oliver Studios. Hey, Alex, just wanted to ask you something very simple, and that's, would you ever consider doing a 4th channel, oh boy, on something entirely different? Let's say conspiracy discussions or UFOs and paranormal discussions and stuff. Would you ever consider doing something like that, or do you already have a 4th channel in mind? Thank you so much for your question. It's really difficult to even have 2 channels, let alone having 4. Yes, I have considered making a 4th channel solely on something entirely different. Maybe something similar to this because I am deeply into conspiracies, UFOs, you know, demonic stuff, black-eyed children, you know, Megalodon, the Marina Trench, you know, things outside of the universe, just so many things, man. I am into that kind of stuff, and I used to, keyword used to, cover that stuff on this channel originally, way before anybody else, back in 2012, 2011, 2013. I used to talk about, you know, the Illuminati, and I used to talk about various different things on this channel. So you guys can type my name up and then type in Illuminati, or you can type in conspiracy, and you'll see me discuss this. So would I devote in doing something like that? Sure. I do have a 4th channel that I haven't used in a very long time called Unreal Studios. I haven't touched that channel in so long, and that used to be a group channel until literally everyone just fell off. So for me, yes, I would love to do that, but the only problem is I wouldn't know how to go about that because I'm focusing primarily right now on 3 primary channels: Unreal Vlogs, UnrealEntGaming, and Unreal Network. Each channel is different and they all provide different things. So I would say yes, I would really enjoy doing that, but I don't think I will have the time to do so, you know, on said schedule. If anything, I'm gonna have to drop these kind of things on Unreal Network and nothing more. So I think that creating a 4th channel would be a bit too much, but I think that if this were to be something that you guys would like to see, then most likely I would end up probably doing this on Unreal Network instead of creating a brand new channel. Now, Unreal Network is all about movie discussions, spoilers, news, information, stuff like that. And I really do think that adding such a concept to that bunch would be cool, but I don't think I would be able to go on ahead and make a 4th channel, because anyone out there who's a content creator, number one, your motivation should be growing your channel. That should be your number 1 priority, is establishing great connections and building your channel. And imagine me sitting here building 3 just to build 1 more on top of that. It's incredibly hard. And not everyone who's a supporter of one channel is going to transition and check out your other channels just because of what you do on your primary. And I would like to cover so much, but I think that just time is limited, and I don't think that I would have enough time to cover everything that I want to cover. But I have considered doing a 4th channel before on various different things, primarily the whole conspiracy, UFO, paranormal kind of thing, but I never fell through with it because I really took it into consideration, and I said, okay, well, what would be the point of doing that when I can just drop that on one of my existing channels? So either way, I mean, I think that in the foreseeable future, and again, I'm going to put this out there, if Unreal Network ends up doing really good and we end up getting like 100,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, whatever the case may be, then I think I may branch off in doing a 4th channel once that happens. But so far the goal is to get the other 2 channels up to 100K, and I feel like personally the first channel that might end up doing that would be Unreal Vlogs. I can see that channel excelling because it's me. It's me in my daily life. It's skits, it's parodies and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, unless the 4th channel ends up being a group channel, then yes, I would consider doing that and I would really enjoy it. But I think doing a solo channel again for the 4th time would be absolutely hard to do. There are so many people on here that do so many shady things that I can't really get into in terms of like creating alternate channels and having to hire people to script their stuff and then just, you know, profiting off of, you know, their hard work. It's insane. But I think that if by some chance I were to do a 4th channel, it would be solely either a group channel, or I would wait probably a few years until I get like 300k or more, or whatever the case may be on the existing channels, for me to consider even doing a 4th one. So anyways, Mr. Oliver, thank you so much for your question, bro, and I hope you have a fantastic day, homie. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Jonathan Masters. What did you think of WrestleMania 34? Damn, WrestleMania 34 was quite some time ago. Thank you for the question, by the way. WrestleMania 34, Jesus Christ. It started off good, and then I don't know what the hell happened. For me, I mean, I think, first of all, I think Vince McMahon purposely sabotaged his own main event, you know, to do what he did for the Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, in which thus I think that the Roman Brock match from WrestleMania 31 was a lot better, because this match, I mean, it was pretty evident from the beginning that a lot of fans thought that Roman was going to win, and not everyone wanted Roman to win. They were chanting this was awful, this and that, so the main event I think wasn't really all that. I mean, it was pretty Smash Mouth in terms of like its dynamic, but it wasn't as good as WrestleMania 31's main event. However, the undercard, I was so hyped for Cena versus Taker, and that was a squash match. That was a legitimate squash match that I sat there and I watched, and I was like, what in the hell is this? I was so mad because Cena, all he did was have one evasive maneuver, and that was it. And, you know, Taker squashed him for the most part, and I was like, okay, well, where do we go from here type thing, you know? And for that, I was really looking forward towards that match, but, you know, being the condition that Taker's in, he can't really go that much. And some of the undercard matches, like for example, I really enjoyed the first 3 matches. The match with Charlotte and Asuka, the triple threat match with Miz, Rollins, and Balor, and then the Ronda match, which was really good. After that, it was just like the Uso Bludgeon Brothers match, you know, that whole ordeal was pretty weak. Obviously, when the Bludgeon Brothers won, I was hyped for it because I think they deserved it, but the match was very underwhelming. The Braun Strowman match and him having to choose a random partner was dumb. I think that his random partner should have been Samoa Joe. That would have been crazy for Samoa Joe to show up at WrestleMania out of the blue as Braun Strowman's partner, and then for having them decimate the bar and becoming your new tag team champions. That would have been, I think, fucking awesome in my opinion. And then you had the match between Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, which was pretty much dull in my opinion. It wasn't really all that. And then you had AJ Styles versus Nakamura, where I really did expect for them to tear it down, just as they did during Wrestle Kingdom 10, but the match was super underwhelming, I think, in comparison to Wrestle Kingdom 10, because in Wrestle Kingdom 10 in New Japan, they really brought their A games, and I was super impressed. And to see them pretty much underperform was sad. It was a really good match, but it was just sad in nature because I know what they can really do in Japan, so I don't know why in the world they downgraded in trying to make room for the main event at the end of the show. And then we had, you know, the triple threat match for the US title, or fatal 4-way should I say, which was pretty much underwhelming as well. There were just lots of things about this Mania that was pretty much bad. There were certain good moments that I feel like really resonated, but, you know, all in all, it just wasn't all that of a show, I think at least. So hopefully enough when I get there is going to be a lot better. So anyways, Mr. Jonathan, thank you so much for your question, bro, and I hope you have a fantastic day. And once again, everybody, I do want to thank you all so much for watching this edition of Fan Mail Q&A. Thank you all so much. If you guys have any questions to ask me in regards to basically anything, drop your comments and your questions down in the comment section below. Let me know what you all think of this episode. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like down below. Show your love and support for Fan Mail by slapping a like. Also, guys, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button, guys. Turn on all notifications. Tune back in for more. Check out the previous fan mails, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Cue my outro, bitch.